anything. I think
Today
you
is
have
June
to
1st on our wild edible
younger and tender
walk.
and then it hasn't gone to seed.
Yeah, I know wheatgrass after it gets about a week old.
Yeah.
It's
That's all right.
anyway.
We left them in the car.
Monarch
caterpillar.
Oh, shit. Watch out for the ants, guys.
Yeah,
See, Mark's wearing the wrong shoes.
Yeah. And I know better too.
June 6th, and we're planting a mulberry tree and avocado and Barbados cherry, the Ellen White method. So first we put a container for air purposes upside down in the hole with 2 PVC pipes, which is recommended. Actually, I would say the worm part, I think, went on top last. The bottom part is just topsoil, the bottom third topsoil, black cow, and leaf rot.
Which is
Right in that bucket.
now better.
Well, we're going to use all of it. There's some pine needles on top, and just keep alternating layers. Wait a minute, use that too, because it has to be acidic anyway. And black cow, organic compost. That's hen. That's black hen. That'll go last on. The bottom third is just topsoil, black cow, leaf rot, and onto the top of the bottom third we'll put those other things before we add the rocks.
So we're gonna level this right to the top of the
Yes.
bucket, and then we're gonna stop.
And then we'll put the rocks on it. Well, first we'll put the fertilizers, but just to fill the dirt, yeah. So just alternate black cow. And then we'll be adding food scraps, cottonseed meal, kelp extract, fish emulsion, and some garden lime, which is calcium and gypsum, for supposed to be more nutritional, better tasting fruit. Okay, so maybe one more layer of black cow, and then we'll put a layer of black hen.
Now you want the black.
Yeah, now a layer of black hen. Just a thin layer, that's good, because we'll put another layer on the very top, maybe underneath. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so now the rocks, or actually, I don't know, the way she has it, she puts the other stuff in now too, so maybe just like a sprinkle of the cottonseed, like with this shovel.
Mm-hmm.
Do a shovelful of that,
Where's the cottonseed?
and But they're all open, so don't let them spill. That big ladybug bag?
This?
Yeah, but don't let the kelp spill. That's Which, this bag, I don't know how, what does it say? It's 8 pounds. That 8-pound bag was $10 and something. And at the feed store, you could get 50 pounds for $14. But they have to special order it. And I'm not sure, I think this might be organic. Does it say organic? Yes, it does. So it wouldn't have GMO corn. Or cottonseed. GMO cotton. So that's an organic one.
Is that enough?
Yeah, and then do the same thing with, in other words, a half a cup is what they said. A half a cup of the fish emulsion. And that product I got from Planet Peaceful Valley. And then the kelp. Yeah, right on this
Okay.
side of the bucket.
How much?
Half a cup. And this is for the trace minerals. And then I guess put some calcium in there, the garden lime, which I got at Home Depot. I don't know, I guess
How much?
a half a cup. That one, oh, actually, you know what? Let me see here. We got my notes here. It says calcium, 3 cups mix into dirt for bottom of hole. 3 cups. But that's crazy if it's supposed to be acidic. I don't understand that. But spread that out so each tree gets it.
That's all I want to put in.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Because the other one, it said a half a cup of kelp. Get at feed store, not a garden store. 1 quart of straight ocean water.
Oh, we got ocean water?
No, I didn't get that part. I figured do that later. I still want to experiment. I think I'm still going to do 40-to-1 dilution because straight ocean water kills things. No, I'm not really comfortable with that. But this mulberry needs to get in the ground. Okay, and then you did the cottonseed meal, which is, oh, and then the chicken fertilizer, you did that too, okay.
Yep.
So,
I think we're ready for the stones.
okay, yeah, so now the layer of rock, which is to change the electrical force in the soil. And these should be gravel to softball sized rocks. So 2/3 of that bag, because we have 3 trees. And mostly they say to secure the roots of the tree to it, but we have the tree in a pot already. But in Florida, we just learned that there's no electrical charge in the soil, and that's what these rocks are for. So the only thing we're missing is the straight ocean water, which I will add that later. That will seep through the soil anyway. Okay, so the next third is the last third is plain topsoil with no amendments. Maybe we just keep doing that. All I have here is I don't have a second part broken down into a third. But I would say the last third is going to have the worms and the worm scraps and the kitchen scraps. and the topsoil. So the next third, I guess, is just plain topsoil with no amendments. And this layer, we're going to need to put the tree in, because look how deep the tree is.
Right.
So let's put the tree in now. Would you say that's a third? We'll cover around the tree, because they didn't have their tree in anything. And that's good. It's not very root bound at all. Or a little bit. Do you always do that? It looks like a good idea. I've just never done it. Am I going to need to hold that?
Yeah,
So actually what we'll do is we'll fill the half of the hole with the topsoil, and then we'll put the worms and the food, and then we'll cover it with topsoil. So, you know, halfway of that, or even a third.
with topsoil.
Yeah, so that we have room.
Or everything else.
We'll put the worms and the food in between this layer of topsoil and then the layer that's going to cover it. Uh-oh, the cottonseed spilled. Anyway, keep going. Okay, now some worms. Worm castings with living earthworms. And I'm not trying to use all these bags for just these 2 trees. I'm going to use it for other things, unless there's not much in them. But if there's not much in them, then 2/3, so that we split it up between 3 trees. You see any earthworms?
Oh yeah. Tons of them.
Where? Oh yeah. Hopefully they'll be happy and they'll stay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, I think it'll be like 1 bag per tree.
Well, don't though, because I only have 2 bags.
That's right.
All right, so next is food compost, which, do you think I should just use what's in the garden already broken down a little bit more than this stuff? Or give them this stuff? Put some of this maybe, and some of the...
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Ah, you're brave to touch that with your hands.
Good gloves.
All right, not all of it though, because we got 2 more trees. I think also a spoonful of the stuff from the garden too, on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Or a shovelful, I mean.
Eat all the worms. Oh, there's termites.
Really? Why would they be in there?
You're reading the paper?
Oh.
Reading the newspaper.
Oh, you know what? That's from the rabbit cage. So we don't want termites, right?
No.
There's a bunch in that too. Forget this, I guess.
Yeah, they're eating the mulch, or the wood shavings now.
Oh, from the rabbits. Okay, how about then that we'll just use the other stuff. This. That organic cow. Okay, so then just cover that with topsoil.
Let me get a rake. Get a lot.
Oh, I forgot it said to compact the bottom third, like standing on it. I guess we could do that. Though we don't want to crush the worm, so don't do it now. We could just press it down maybe. Black hen and the worm castings we got from a woman in, what town was that? I don't remember. In Florida. Growing red wigglers on top of Florida peat. That's cottonseed meal on the ground. Maybe you could throw that in. Throw it, you could put it on top of the tree. Yeah. And this is the Ellen White method, who started the Seventh Day Adventist church 100 years ago. And her trees supposedly grow 5 times as fast, much more fruit productive, better tasting fruit, and much happier trees this way. The only thing we didn't add was the ocean water, which I'm going to personally dilute it, but a quart of ocean water is recommended. an avocado tree plant, and a Barbados cherry tree. And that's going to go over in that hole. And this is a mango. First year it's producing a lot of fruit, which is the 6th year I've had this tree. Or possibly the 5th year. Last year I just got one. And here's a fig tree, which we're going to help. I have never fertilized either of these two trees, so we're going to try to work on those also. And a very bad banana tree. You think it needs that stake in there still?
Yeah, leave it. We can't hurt it.
Okay, there you have it. We are going to be planting the Ellen White way. She began the Church of the Unitarian Universalist, the Seventh Day Adventist, and had divine inspiration on how to properly plant a tree. So what we have here is a Barbados cherry tree that we're going to put into a hole we have dug about 3 times the depth and 3 times the width of the plant. We're going to be adding a mixture of topsoil, black cow manure. This is an organic compost from Home Depot. Black hen, chicken fertilizer from a feed store, fish emulsion from Peaceful Valley, cottonseed meal organic from a native plant nursery, organic garden lime, which is calcium and gypsum to enhance the nutrition and flavor of the fruit, leaf rot or leaf mold, and some pine needle rot. Some food compost, scraps, some worm castings with worms still in them that were made with Florida peat and red wigglers. And there's going to be some rocks put in the hole for electrical current purposes for the roots, and some air from tubing, PVC pipe, and a potting pot, whatever. And some kelp extract from also Peaceful Valley. So to begin, the first third, first we put the air, what would you call that thing?
This?
Yeah, a pot.
A nursery pot.
Okay, a nursery pot upside down in the bottom with 2 PVC pipes. Oh, you know what? I put the black cow first because if it's a third of the way, if you're digging a hole that deep and you just put topsoil back on, it's kind of like you didn't dig the hole that deep.
Yeah.
So I did the black cow, the leaf mold, and then topsoil in that, mixing those 3 in layers like that. Wait, and then I did leaves so that the topsoil is last and the bottom is topsoil already.
That was cute.
Yeah. And then if you want to try to get another layer of each, you think that's at least a thin layer.
Yeah.
That's good.
The good stuff's at the bottom.
That was from the earlier batch, and I just added on top of it. But not too much, because we gotta put that plant's gonna be sticking out of the ground when we add rocks and stuff. But first we put the rocks and the other fertilizers. You're just
Just wanna
checking.
see how high we are.
It's okay if it's sticking out a little, but so first we put the other fertilizers though,
We did.
be under the rocks.
I need some topsoil on it though first. Or
Yeah, just a thin layer. That's good. Okay. Next is about a shovel full of black hen, and this is high nitrogen. It says about half a pound per tree or bush. And then half a cup of kelp. For trace minerals. Half a cup, or we didn't know. What does it say?
cottonseed meal.
Yeah.
Okay, apply 3 pounds per 100 square feet.
That's nitrogen, and so is the chicken stuff, so, you know, not as much as it says maybe, because we already have the chicken stuff. This is cottonseed meal, organic, non-GMO, Ladybug brand. Then a half a cup of the fish emulsion too.
Oh.
This is dry powder from Peaceful Valley. Fish emulsion has, what did we say it has the other
I thought
day?
we put a lot more in the first one.
There's something it has though. I forget. Remember that book we looked it up? What fish emulsion has?
I'll tell you on here.
Well, we'll get back to that. You can do the, it's a very interesting fact. The reason why, probably, maybe it was potassium, I don't know.
Calcium.
Yeah, so calcium now, this is what they're saying 3 cups. And this is natural organic calcium with gypsum. Not for pH purposes necessarily, but to enhance fruit nutrition. Get lower because it's blowing away. And flavor. And this is a Barbados cherry. So that's good, right?
Yep.
And
on
then
rocks.
a thin layer of topsoil, I don't know, between the rocks and that. And then, yeah, press it down. Okay, now rocks for increasing the electrical force in the soil. In Florida, especially, we need rocks for the roots. Be near the roots.
Yeah.
Maybe that one should come out. I don't know. I could use that. That's too big. Take that one out. Take those big ones out. What a concept, putting rocks under the tree. Okay, now the So now the second third is just topsoil. Okay. And then the worm castings with the worms still in them. Okay, so this is actually still the peat, you know, so we didn't need peat because this is peat. This This is Florida peat.
Eaten and pooped out. Phosphate.
But if you don't need all of it, we could use it elsewhere. And let's see if we see any worms. Little babies. There's one. There's some. There's a bunch.
Not as many as in the other bag.
These are
though.
babies.
Yeah.
That's good though. There's probably eggs in there.
Yeah. Is that an egg?
I don't know. Alright, and then the food scraps. But make sure, wait! Did you see that?
What?
The cottonseed maybe spilled.
Oh,
This kind of has to be spread out kind of thin because I think there's risk of heating up too much if it's not just a few scraps. It's not supposed to be like a compost pile because of the heat factor that could develop. But just a few scraps. And then the whole thing gets covered over with topsoil. That soil doesn't look that sandy, right? For Florida?
no, it's pretty good. You can see the difference like that. Look how dark it is, and then the first one we
Oh.
did, it's pretty light.
Uh-huh. Maybe it's because the well is over here? I mean, are these roots gonna be a problem for the well?
No.
We hope not, because the well is right there. build a little moat around so water will stay inside. And that is how you plant a tree the Ellen White way. And here's a tree that was not planted the Ellen White way, a fig tree from 6 years ago. Still the original size. And today's other tree plantings, an avocado and a mulberry. Was planted at the same time as that white rabbit in pots, which, as you can see, did not get very tall. And there's all the ears on June 6th today. Before being fertilized, also just planted directly in the soil, not the Ellen White method. We'll work on that tree next. These corns just planted directly into regular topsoil, not any kind of fertilizer. Very, very tiny, only a foot high, teeny weeny skinny ears, just to show you. So today is June 7th. Wow, look at all these cantaloupes. This is all from the other side of the road, right? Hey, Cindy.
We had a few, like maybe that many.
Oh yeah.
Thursday and
And then Ruthie, I
Wally and
associated her
Bruce
with my
and
cousin
Bruce's brother
Ruthie.
and a bunch of us picked a lot of melons and watermelons and these.
On that side of the road?
Dennis Jimenez.
And brought them over here.
Wow. This morning?
No, it's
Oh,
Thursday.
wow. Our side though is done producing with melons.
Corn, okra, a few more butternut.
I mean the watermelons and
A watermelon, yeah, I just picked those two.
that's
There's
the,
some
oh, that's
small
all we
ones
got.
up- Yeah, there's some small ones up there, but they're starting to get sunburned. And the vines are about dead. Hey Patrick, how you doing?
All right, how are you?
Good.
So then actually the roads where the melons were could be tilled in. Hey Patrick.
Oh, everything could be, yeah.
Stick it under the
They're
table.
pulling the rest of the carrots now,
That's the last of the carrots.
and that's the last of the carrots.
Not much out there, Patrick.
I don't know that
We just got squash. Robert picked the okra this morning. They just did the collard.
So the only field left that will be having anything in it will be the cornfield.
Corn, I picked a few ears
Oh,
this
okay.
morning, and it can stay longer, and there's some just beginning to tassel. It'll be a while.
Oh, yeah, and plastic
The
on
green
the
beans
outside.
seem to have taken another second growth. I don't know whether they're going to do any good or
Robert was
not.
just talking about that. He may know more.
What's
About
that?
pulling
Wow.
the plastic over on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Are you doing that now, Robert?
This would be a good time for it, and at least pull up the old tomato vine.
No, I mean, do you know if they're over there?
Oh, no,
No,
no.
nobody's there.
Everybody's
Nobody's over there.
Nobody's over there, right. But Val's out in the field, I think.
Yeah, she is.
Because we talked about next Saturday, a bunch of us getting
Yeah.
together and
Good luck.
pulling out the old tomato vines and pulling up as much plastic as we can, and that type of thing. But I don't see why you can't do it now. I've got to
She
go.
just told me on the phone a little while ago that she wanted to do that today.
Val,
Yeah.
okay, she's out in the field right there, right now, right. But at least pull out the tomato vines, and those need to
And
be
then
destroyed.
burn them, you're
They
saying.
need to be destroyed.
Burning them?
That'd be the best way to do it. I
Okay.
don't know whether they can do that or not.
Whatever dries out.
Yeah, right, but they need to be destroyed.
The nematodes and everything.
Nematodes and insects and funguses and all of that stuff, right.
And then the other stuff you're saying pull the cabbage out, don't till it in?
The cabbage, the broccoli needs to be pulled out because the core of it, the stalk of it is so big. Paul and I got a truckload here a couple of Saturdays ago. And the cows, I think, ate those pretty well.
So you think they should be pulled instead of tilled in?
I would on the broccoli.
What about
Or
the
you can either till it and come back and pull that
Well,
stalk out,
stalks.
right? Either way would work. But
how about the cabbage?
you
There's
could,
none left.
Collards?
There's none. Yeah, you
they're,
chopped
they
those
got
up.
some
There's
collards.
lots of collards out there ready to be picked still.
Wow.
They took
This
a
is
second
great
growth.
quality. That's amazing.
They took a second growth during that rain.
Wow.
And they're nice and green. No
I
bugs.
know,
We
that's
were-
incredible.
Jumped it in. I haven't tasted them, but Val said she had, and they tasted like collards.
That's amazing. How long is that supposed to go till?
It should have already stopped.
I know, that's
I
crazy.
think because of the overcast every day, it hasn't been so hot.
Yeah,
the bugs
it's been
haven't-
only low 80s, really, 83-ish.
Yeah, perfect.
Actually, wow.
Yeah, they're good like that. But I can't think of anything. The peppers, the peppers, the eggplant, everything in this row.
Oh, you're going this way?
Yeah.
This is unbelievable yield of cantaloupe. These are cantaloupes? These are honeydew.
Those are honeydew, right? Yeah, most of these are.
Oh, there's
honeydew.
cantaloupes there. Wow.
But
Yeah, that's,
was there any worth saving?
With all the
Yeah, there were some.
Pull a bunch of them.
Oh,
because
that's
of
the last of the
water.
carrots?
Yeah, there are tons of them. They're gonna have probably a couple laundry baskets worth. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible that the collards have come back like that.
Yeah, and the kale, you know, it's a little yellowish looking, but you
Yeah.
know, the rain took away all the aphids, so
Wow.
they're washed off.
So you're just trying to harvest whatever's left,
Right.
and that's it? Today might be the last day?
Yeah, pretty much today's gonna be the last day of see what's left, and
But the collards will keep producing.
college will keep producing if we can keep the bugs off of them. You know.
That's incredible.
They say it is a summer crop here.
If it rains
Wow.
a lot and it's overcast, they'll be fine.
Yeah, doing it this.
If the sun comes out and it gets hot, they'll get bitter.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this,
I think
You want to walk out there?
well, there's still some more squash. The spaghetti squash is about gone because it rotted pretty badly with all this rain. But there's still a good many butternut and we picked a bunch this morning. There's still quite a bit. Eggplant and pepper are just beginning to produce
Really?
in these rows. So I thought someday I'd come over here and cut this corn and feed it to the cattle.
Oh. So all this first third of corn is gone?
Yeah.
Like even these couple of years here?
They're either didn't pollinate right, or there was something wrong with see like this one right here. They're just so little that see it.
One.
Yeah.
What about this one? He's still got pollen.
Yeah.
I mean,
they there could be a little, still a few. I'm not going to be in any hurry, but
but you're going to take away the ones that have no corn
Yeah,
and
right.
leave like those?
yeah.
Okay.
Anything that looks like it might have something on it, peat, but and that because the cows love corn.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the okra is just
Wow.
now coming
Wow.
in.
That's going to
Strong.
get tall, right?
That'll be good. That'll produce all summer just about.
I am shocked the collards came back like that.
I am too. I didn't think they would.
So what about like how these are half in the mud? Should we pick those up? Or?
They can be picked anytime. We picked a bunch of them this morning, but they really need.
But what's the way to tell though? I thought you said the top had to die.
It should, but they're going to rot.
Oh.
And they will continue to ripen some. Don't put them in the cooler. Just leave them out like you would.
Oh.
With all this rain, they're going to rot.
Mhm.
Here's any good. I put quite a bit. That one's about had it. That'd be good to cut off the cob.
For the cows.
Yeah, I put several ears of corn in the cooler and some okra this morning. We got a bunch of squash, but with all this rain, they should die down. But see how they're beginning to see some deterioration. That's from all the water. Just pull them and lay them on the table with those honeydews and let them develop for a few more days.
So should they all be picked?
I'm inclined to say yes. It just depends on the weather. If it continues to rain this week, they all need to be picked.
Okay.
If it dries out, Where the vine is not dry, dead, leave them. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
So let me go look at these fields.
Okay.
Crazy. The weed growth is crazy.
Pardon?
The weed growth is
Oh no.
makes it look like such a mess.
Yeah. And that's why we need to get in here and get this tilled up before all these weeds go to seed.
So you were saying that things would get diseased and, you know, bad bugs, but what about nature's decomposers? That's not part of the natural process?
It is, but that's why you don't want to. That's why you don't want to till up tomato vines. But seeing the broccoli and the cabbage and so forth, and how the bugs have disappeared with all this rain, maybe it'd be okay just to plow it in.
But I mean, even if it was left though and it didn't rain, isn't that what nature would do, is just send in the bugs to eat it up and
Yeah, to
break
some
it down?
degree. To some degree, but also because of the warm winters here, they survive the winter and come back strong in the spring.
The vegetables?
The bugs.
Oh.
Right. And that's why you want to try to do what you can to get rid of those bugs in the summer.
But the decomposers, that's what I'm saying. They don't have a different job than the ones that
They
would...
do to some, yes, but they don't destroy a lot of it. They'll destroy some of it, but not all of it. Yeah. And nothing will destroy all of it. But like these squash vines, right here, they get you see one like this?
Oh yeah.
It gets a
Like, look at this. What's
right.
all that?
Exactly.
Mold and fungus?
It gets a borer, what's called a squash borer, and you see how they eat in there? Those things will survive.
Wow.
They will survive, and nothing will.
And they'll eat good, healthy plants.
Yes,
Okay.
and nothing will kill them out for the winter. Best thing is to pull the vines out and get rid of them, not leave them in the field.
Okay.
squash.
So this is the last week, you're thinking,
Yeah.
except for down there.
Except for the okra and some corn. And maybe this collard will continue to produce a little bit. But, okra will, there's going to be tons of okra. But, I wanted to
All right.
I
Oh.
don't know if there's any or not.
Whoops.
I was hoping we did. I want to do it. But I got one of those what they call asparagus beans. I got one about that long.
Wow. You know what I just saw the other day was fava beans yesterday. I couldn't believe how big those were. Have you ever seen those?
I have.
They're supposed to be incredibly healthy to
They
eat.
are. I've never grown. I take that back. I tried it one year and didn't have any success with it.
They
and
were
didn't try it
humongous.
again.
I was so shocked how big that was. It was like 10 inches long.
No, I don't see another.
And also, I was thinking soybeans would be a good crop because that's like
Yeah,
a
here's
cover
one.
crop, but
Here's the sort of one. Right, see that?
wow. So they're skinny though?
Well, that's a young one. It'll mature.
What kind is that called? That's
It's a
the blue leg pole bean?
asparagus. No, that's
Oh.
an asparagus.
Wow.
bean.
I would never even recognize that.
See,
It
that's
looks
the,
like
the bloom on it. See how that beginning to develop? That's just a baby,
wow.
and that'll get that long.
So even this garden should be pulled apart. He
Yeah.
took away the wood.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. It's just going downhill. There's not gonna be anything else.
And these zinnias were planted as bug control-ish?
The marigolds more is bug control.
The zinnias
The
just for
zinnias
looks?
Just for looks at the
Okay.
end there.
Yeah, very
The
nice.
tomatoes have about had it. Squash has had it.
Wow. Yeah, I was thinking those soybeans though, because they're high
See,
protein.
that's what happens when that bug gets in there and just literally eats the interior of the stalk.
All right, and
It's
then
hollow
they,
in there,
I
and
see.
they survive the winter.
And that's
why
very
they need to
moldy
be-
too.
Yep. It needs to
Okay.
be pulled out. Okay.
All right. So this is it then. We're in the last week. But here's the okra. So this okra is going to get to be like taller
Yeah.
than me, 6 feet.
It could be, but and it's just now beginning to really get its. Really coming on strong. This stuff will produce buckets.
How come I was watching Brian picking it last summer, And it was always up to the top, like sticking out up above the leaves. They were, like the okra was like, in thumbs all over the top. Is that a different kind, or how come this
Probably
is down?
a different variety. And this will, as it continues to grow, see, look right here. See right there? All of that will produce a flower and an okra. And that'll come out at the top. But now it's young and it's producing on the side shoots.
Okay.
See, that's where.
Yeah, I was like, oh, did he have a different kind? Because
It could be, I
they
don't
were
know.
all up on the
Yeah.
top, and he just.
I've always had, and if you let it grow too long, that's why okra needs
Oh.
to be picked every couple of days. I mean, it'll get that long, and just like wood.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, taste and cut just like wood. It's real fibrous, but you want it young and tender.
What's the ideal size? How many inches?
About like that. About 3 max. I like it, just real tender, and I like it.
What do you
fried.
do?
I
Oh, you fry it?
Or I gumbo. I love gumbo.
What
Yeah.
ingredients go into that?
In the gumbo, you make a roux, then you bell pepper, onion, and celery, and you cook that till it's tender. Add, and you can put any kind of meat. If you don't want meat, you don't have to do it. But I like shrimp and andouille sausage. That's a New Orleans.
What's
The-
roux?
Roux is a combination of flour and oil,
Oh, and then you fry all that.
and you cook it till it's real thick, and it gets kind of dark. Cook it real slow, and that's what thickens it up, and it gives it a flavor. A real true New Orleans person or Southerner would use bacon grease probably, but to make it. But
And lots of cayenne.
lots of cayenne, and then after you get all of that cooked till it's tender, you can add chicken stock to make and then
Yeah,
to
it's
get
more
the
or less like a soup.
consistency you want. You want thick, or some people like it thin. Then add your meats if you want any meat in it. Sausage, chicken, crawfish, or shrimp is the typical meat ingredient. And then add the okra. And okra will thicken it also.
Oh, yeah, right.
That'll thicken it. And then your filet powder, if you want that, gives it a little, again, New Orleans flavor.
So, have you made it yet this year?
I haven't yet because there hadn't really been a whole lot of okra, but it's coming on strong now. I'm going to make some. And, are we going to have any other get-togethers?
Yeah, we're going to have a potluck. See, this next weekend on the 13th is that seminar.
I got your email on there. Yeah.
And so I was thinking that it might be too much to do it the very next day, and then the following Sunday is Father's Day, so I'm
You don't wanna
thinking
do it, yeah.
maybe the Saturday before Father's Day.
That would work, yeah.
So I think I might put that out.
Okay.
Because otherwise things are going to be completely gone, and it'll
Right.
be... But we might still do a potluck every month, even in the summer.
Oh, have you had, can you get a feel for any kind of interest
Oh,
for
yeah.
the fall?
It's interesting because I said, tell me if you're going to join or not
Mm-hmm.
join. And everybody kind of who you see working out here, which isn't that many, they've said yes, like all the leaders.
Right.
And then there's only like...
People need to understand that if they aren't interested in working, they don't enjoy gardening, they don't need to be joining. They need to be buying their produce from
the store.
store.
That's another way that might happen, though. They might have non-working shares that are paid up front, and they still get it out of the cooler.
That's the
That
way
would
to do it.
work. Yeah, that would work. But we had too many people join last year who, in my opinion, I don't know what their interests were, but it wasn't in gardening.
Yeah, it was like, remember that speech Brian gave by the pond where he said, ask yourself, do you like weeding? Do you like cutting the grass?
Right.
You were probably, I was watching you in this, because now that I know how you are, I was like, okay, so there's Robert. Because I didn't know then that, but you were agreeing then, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think we need to say that up front.
Which he
Whoever
did.
we either solicit or who ask us about joining and inquires and this type
Actually, what they want to do now is they want to have the person come out and work and for a couple of
of thing.
times,
It's not a bad idea.
and then assess it based
Yeah,
on that.
It's not a bad idea. Make it, it's just not anybody who wants to join. It's a matter of selection.
For the working, for
For-
the, whatever you want to call
Right.
that.
And I recognize there are people who genuinely are interested who don't know anything about it. But you'll learn quickly how well they are at
Like
working.
Sherry and Lolly.
Yeah.
They kind of rose up to that
Uh-huh.
position.
Lolly had, said it from the get-go she didn't know what she was doing,
Mm-hmm.
but she's turned into a hard worker.
Mm.
And I have a little problem with getting past the verbiage sometimes. But I
Brian
shouldn't say
Abell
that
is saying
'cause
what?
No, I'll edit that out.
I won't say shut up.
I think she knows.
That's what they say too. Yeah,
What does best? Not everything grows
and it
well,
was too
although
much
you'd like
land
it.
too, right?
It was too much
It's-
land.
it
I
should be
agreed with
half.
Paul and what he said in his email. There's
yeah.
too much. There's too much land. We planted too much at one time. We should stagger it out over a longer period of time. We should group, like all the cold crops, like the cabbage, the broccoli, the collards, the kale, all should be grouped together. The lettuce should be grouped together. Things that grow well together.
Yeah, because it was all mixed together.
Exactly. And we just planted whenever there was a